Okay. Oh my god. Today I just wanted to talk about something. The back of my room is extremely like disgusting, but like it's supposed to be like that. It's like so basically this video is going to be on how to get over art block, because I had really bad art block. Let me show you. These shoes were the last thing that I did artistically, and you can watch my last video if you want to see how I painted them. I had the worst case of art block I ever had in my life. So I'm gonna make this video to show you guys how I personally get over art block. You have art block, or you just want to see me make a fool of myself, and keep watching the video, you know. Okay, so the first thing I do to get over art block is I usually either turn on music, or I play music, or I sing, or I dance, or something like that. Even though I cannot sing, barely can dance, know what I mean? When I have like really bad art block, it's not necessarily because I don't feel creative, it's because like my mind just can't like make an image, or like I can't find a good reference picture to draw. Just yesterday I wanted to draw a picture of Billie Eilish, but I couldn't find a good reference picture that I didn't already draw. That's just a divine creature. I love her so much. Like, listen to music that you like and just kind of like try to draw what you feel. It sounds really weird, but just like draw what you feel when you listen to music. So I drew this while listening to Beach Bunny. Like, the aesthetic of the music, it's almost like you can draw it. Yeah, that's my first tip. Just listen to music, draw what you feel. Okay, so my second tip for getting rid of art block is go to your paint or your markers or whatever you have that you use to like make art, and you find a color palette. For that piece up there with like Jimin on it, I'll just go get it. This piece has a pink and yellow color palette because it was like beginning of spring 2018 that I did this. So yeah. And here's another way to go about doing that. Let me go get my paint. I will take my paint exactly like this, and I will just okay, so I have a really dark brown, and I have suede, and then I'll get another one. Hopefully it's not like a really ugly color. I would take these three colors and try and make a coherent piece out of them. The way to do this is you take these three colors, and what do these three colors make you like think of? I would probably make like a dark skinned girl wearing like a yellow dress or something like that. And it's very strange because these colors are actually very similar to the colors that I picked when I made that picture. But yeah, that's a tip for if you ever get really into art block and you have absolutely nothing to even think of, and try and make something out of nothing, which is basically what you're doing if you have art block anyways. The third tip I have for art block is asking somebody else, what should you draw? Usually as an artist, I'm really against this because it's very annoying. I know it's really difficult to kind of like stray away from that because I've been doing free art for a while, and I'm trying to move in to being like paid, and I recently did my first paid job, and I don't want to go back to doing like free stuff, because like when you're known for doing free commissions, like it gets really difficult. Yeah. If you're really into art block and you're just trying to get back into the swing of doing what you already do, ask somebody else what you should draw. Are we on number 4? Are we on number 4, 3, or 5? We're on one of those. So either 3, 4, or 5, we're on that one. Put all of your creative energy into something else. Everything creatively that you have in your mind, if you cannot make art out of something else that's not traditionally art. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm making a sense to myself. If I wanted to put all of my creative energy into something else, I'll show you what I would do. Okay, I'm standing up now, and I really want to sit back down. Put your creative energy into something else. This is a giant shirt that I thrifted. did I thrift this? I got it in the guys section. It was too big, but I was like, I'm gonna get art block soon. Every time, like 2 weeks before I get art block, I get this surge of I need to draw at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it makes no sense. So I know in my bones that art block is coming, and it's coming fast. I'm gonna show you how I get rid of art block with this t-shirt. So the shirt has stuff on the back, so I find where it stops. And then it stops about here, and then I give it about 2-3 inches. And then now that you have your shirt with the little green thing on it, you're gonna crop the shirt into a cropped sweater so you feel like you're doing something with your life, even though you're not, because you're like an artist not making art, and that's like really bad. Can you tell that I like get art block for long periods of time and I feel really like useless as a human being? Anyway, let's cut this shirt. Basically, you just cut the line, and since you gave yourself that extra 3 inches, you can just cut anywhere you want, especially if you thrifted the shirt and the shirt was only like $1, you know? I don't know why it was $1. I think somebody like died in this shirt.
But like, go off, I guess, you know?
I got it in Orlando at, I think it was either like a Goodwill or like a Plato's or something like that. Like, Plato's is basically just a bougie Goodwill. And if you want to be like Emma Chamberlain mixed with like Nicole Gray, you go to Plato's, I guess. You got yourself a new shirt. Like, you still didn't create anything, but I feel better at the fact that I have a new shirt. Like, I feel better at the fact that I don't have like a big frumpy sweater, even though I literally am wearing like a big frumpy sweater now. Like, that's my aesthetic, that's my thing, know what I mean? I like, if a 40-year-old homeless man became a teenage girl and was like desperately trying to start a channel on YouTube, that's me. I look like I'm about to ask you for your wallet aggressively. This isn't okay. I think we're on 5. I want to say we're on 5. Even if I'm wrong, I'm going to address this one as 5. So number 5 is draw your dreams. Draw something that you want to work towards. Like, if you want to work towards having like a clothing business, draw like design sketches. Or if you want to work towards getting braces, draw braces. I don't know, like I don't know why that was the first thing that I thought of. So when I say this, I really want a Jeep Wrangler with 4 doors really badly. That's what I'm working towards all the time. Like, if I make $1, like that's going towards my Jeep. So I went to Walmart one day because like I'm a trash man. So I went to the paint section at Walmart like I usually do. All my paint is very cheap. I saw this paint swatch that was this color and I almost cried in the store because my mom knows how much I want that car. Like, it's even in my bio on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can even like check for yourself, you know? So I get art swatches, well, paint swatches, and I draw what I want on them. I even have the name of my Jeep figured out. His name is going to be Donnie. Don't ask why my Jeep's name is going to be Donnie, and if you want to fight me about it, we can fight about it, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you have art block, draw your dreams. So number 6, distract yourself. That probably sounds really unproductive, and if I'm not confident in my art, I'm not going to do it. So I'm gonna show you what I did to distract myself. But this is my closet that I organized by color because I had such a bad case of art block, and I didn't want to make any type of art, so I turned my closet into art. And if you saw my closet before I did this, it was So terrible. And even the bottom of my closet is still trashy, but we don't gotta worry about that. We just worry about the top being very aesthetically pleasing. And can you tell what my favorite color is? Can you tell what my favorite color is? Number 7? Are we on 7? I feel like we're on 7. Make art somewhere else. Like I said, you can make art on your face. That's what I personally do. I do my makeup, I do my nails, I do my toenails, I do stuff like that when I cannot make art on a canvas or on an iPad or on paper. This is number 8. If you cannot make art anyways. If it's crappy, then it's crappy. Oh well. You just kind of got to push through it sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. Just go through it. All artists go through it. If your art's crappy, throw it away if you're not comfortable with it. I personally keep my bad art so I can just show my growth. One thing that I do is I carry this thing. It's a sketchbook. It says walk slow and drink water, because that's a really dear quote to me. My grandpa used to say it, and it was a really cute thing, and I love that quote so much. And it's a hardcover sketchbook. I do stuff like this. Okay, so the 9th thing is, I don't know if this is like for everybody else, but I just meditate. Meditating is really just like zoning out and taking yourself out of an equation, kind of. At least for me, that's what I do when I meditate. I find myself meditating a lot at school because being around a lot of anxious people can make you really anxious, and it can like really like mess with, I don't really like to say this, but like your vibe. It can mess with your vibe. It can mess with like your energy off of other people. So I find myself really like eliminating myself from an equation, basically. And the 10th and final thing I have to say about how to get over art block is just go through it. When creativity hits, it's going to hit hard. That's all I could say. Like for me, when I have art block, the first piece I make is always really good in my eyes. Like right after I get off art block, I get a really, really strong idea, and I just ride with that idea really hard. It's like, as an artist, the highs are really high and the lows are really low. And that just is just kind of something you go through. But one thing as an artist you need to know is you can never stop learning. Like you need to be willing to learn every second of every day as an artist, because no matter how good you think you are, there's always going to be something that you need to know. You know what I mean? And there's always going to be different ways to grow what you already have. The worst thing that you can probably do as an artist is not let yourself learn. Art has no bearing. Like there's no one artist that's like, okay, you reached the top, like you're done. Also, another thing about art that you really need to be careful of is that you always need to be practicing, because your art ability can slip. Don't underestimate yourself. You're good. You'll do great things, I promise. I love that I'm saying this to my one subscriber that's a close friend that I personally know. I love that for me. I really do. So yeah, that was my 10 ways on how I get rid of art block. If you found any of those helpful, you can like the video, please. So if you like seeing my face, or you like seeing a very average artist draw, you could subscribe. Thanks.